The cash for query scandal involving TMC MP Mahua Moitra, the probe in this case begins. It's on in full swing as two complainants, the advocate himself, Jai Anant Dehadrai, as well as BJP MP Nishikant Dubey, have both arrived at the Parliament to appear before the Ethics Committee and testify. They're going to be recording this. In fact, they've already recorded their statements. The BJP MP had earlier claimed that Trinamool MP Mahua Moitra compromised national security by allegedly allowing others, basically businessman Hira Nandani, to use her parliamentary login credentials and help her out with questions targeting Adani. Remember, this cash for query scandal first began when the BJP and the complainant in this case, the lawyer Anant Dehadrai, accused Mahua Moitra of taking cash and favours from businessman Hira Nandani for posing questions to the government against Gautam Adani, all inside the Parliament House.
My ministry has received a complaint from the Honourable MP Nishikant Dubey ji about seeking access to NIC logs pertaining to another Member of Parliament. Those will be acted upon as per the rules of the government, and NIC will act on it as per the laid down rules on issues like this.
Let me cut across to Paulami Saha joining us live for more. Paulami, Ethics Committee probe has begun. We hear that Anant, the complainant here, has recorded his statement. BJP MP Nishikant Dubey has recorded his, and there's very soon going to be a summons that will be sent out to Hira Nandani as well, Darshan Hira Nandani, to come by and testify. Tell us what's going to be the real conclusion post this probe.
Well, we cannot, of course, predict what the conclusion
What I mean is, if she's guilty, does she face a suspension from the House?
Well, again, something that depends on the prerogative of the committee and how the committee views if at all there is an offence, how grave is that offence, depending on the degree of the gravity of the offence committed, if at all it's proven. Then, of course, the Ethics Committee will decide on what sort of action they want to take against the Member of Parliament from the Trinamool Congress, Mauha Moitra. But the Ethics Committee is having its first meeting right now inside the Parliament complex. We believe Jai Anant Dehadrai, who's the lawyer complainant in this case, has appeared before the Ethics Committee. We're still waiting for confirmation on that because there's enough and tight security in the complex today as far as this committee meeting is concerned. So the media has been kept at a far distance from the panel meeting. After Jai Anant Dehadrai appears before the committee, his time slot, of course, was 12 to 12:30. Nishikant Dubey, Member of Parliament from the Bharatiya Janata Party, will be appearing at 12:30. From, of course, before the Ethics Committee, and he will, of course, elucidate on the complaint that he wrote to the Lok Sabha Speaker. Remember that this entire chain of events started after Nishikant Dubey received a complaint from Jai Anant Dehadrai, who reached out to him as a Member of Parliament saying he had certain evidence in his possession against Mahua Moitra and how she violated parliamentary rules by, of course, giving her Parliament login access to Darshan Hira Nandani, and Darshan Hira Nandani posing questions through Mahua Moitra's Parliament access to Gautam Adani and the Adani group of companies in Lok Sabha. The complaint was that out of 61 questions that Mahua Moitra has asked in Parliament since 2019 when she became a Member of Parliament, 50 were directed at the Adani group, and that's because she was in cahoots with Darshan Hira Nandani, who's a business rival of the Adani group. Remember, Darshan Hira Nandani has now written in a sworn affidavit. He sent it to the Ethics Committee, which they've received, where he basically states out what exactly happened, how it transpired, what transpired, and basically his side of events. So it's likely that the Ethics Committee could summon him as well because he's reached out directly to the Ethics Committee. So there will be a few more meetings of the Ethics Committee before, of course, they conclude. And it's, of course, likely that they could summon Mahua Moitra in this case as well, because she, of course, is the person who's being alleged of having violated parliamentary rules in this matter by Jai Anant Dehadrai and Nishikant Dubey, who's a Member of Parliament who raised it before the Speaker. The Speaker then pushing that complaint to the Ethics Committee.
Thanks very much, Paulami, for joining us. Let's have a listen at Jai Anant Dehadrai, the complainant itself, who's just recorded his statement at the Parliament before the Ethics Committee. Here's what he says.
Would like to give any comment on the statement which you will be giving. So Swati, there you can see in the visuals Mr.
Any
Dehadrai
short
is
comment,
also
sir?
holding that particular affidavit.
Sir, would you like to say something,
which
sir?
he had put in, and Mr. Dehadrai would like to comment. So no statement
Sir, would you
coming
like
out
to
from
comment?
Mr. Dehadrai. He